Ladies and gentlemen, this past Wednesday, Israel United in Christ went up to Barclays Center, went near it to protest on the behalf of Kyrie Irving. And we're all aware of his suspension. And of course, that didn't get rid of all the controversy and all the things that are being said surrounding this suspension. So outside Barclays Center, before the Nets hosted the Knicks on Wednesday night, there were several dozen members of a Hebrew Israelite based. This group is based in the Bronx. They were peacefully protesting on the behalf of Irvin's suspension. We're expressing our support of Kyrie Irving and his stance in terms of him knowing who he is. Deacon Eythan of Israel United in Christ said before defending Irving's conduct in the same way the Nets star did. So Kyrie Irving himself understands that not only are we Semitic ourselves, but it is contradictory and hypocritical to say that someone is anti Semitic when they are Semitic. Exactly. I can't knock that. That is definitely the truth. All right, y'all. So, a shout out to these brothers for going out there. It is about doing what's right. So the Hebrew Israelites believe they and not Jewish people are the children of Israel. 2 weeks ago, Irving promoted a movie over social media that expressed his beliefs, and that contained what they said anti Semitic tropes without even telling us what that is, including questioning the Holocaust, quoting Adolf Hitler. Now, I didn't hear all that, and I watched it. Okay. So, after Irving was pressed about the film in the media session and would not answer a flat no when he was asked if he held anti Semitic beliefs, he was suspended for at least 5 games and given a 6 point plan to complete before he could return. And that's why a lot of people are saying that's buck breaking. And besides, I have never seen any example of somebody else getting punished like that. Not to mention, a few days ago, I did a story and come to find out they have zero policy in the NBA for social media posts. So, how do you go and punish somebody for a policy you don't even have on the book? I'm just saying, I just don't see how you can pull that off. So it goes on to say it's ridiculous to have him go through all of these conditions just because he shared something, said Deacon Eythan, who placed the blame on Amazon too for hosting the movie. Well, there's many things out there that people would question on Amazon, and those books are not being protest, those movies aren't being protest. you know I just don't see how this is the worst thing out on Amazon. That absolutely doesn't make any sense. And if you want to talk about inaccuracies or disinformation in movies, you've done countless movies that had disinformation about us. You have a media that has a 24/7 cycle of talking negatively about the so called Black community. You have weaponized the media against us, and you never had no issue with it either. So, of course, a lot of people that's not even in basketball is having a problem with these conditions that you have come up with. Okay, so there's certain content in there that may be found offensive, but if we found some truth in the movie, there shouldn't be a problem. So Wednesday was the fourth game Irving missed, and the Nets will not play again at home until November 20th. Deacon Eythan suggests that if the suspension continues, the group will be back as long as they are legally allowed to do so. They will peacefully protest, he said. And yeah, I mean, you should be allowed to protest anywhere you want. If you're not breaking a law and you're not harming people, then why is that a problem? you know and again, it's what is said in that movie that's really hurtful to them is we're saying we are the real biblical Hebrews. That is what they object to, and they don't like it being said. And the bottom line is Kyrie put a tweet out, and he did not write anything along with that tweet. And he sent that out. And I'm sure there are many people that sent a tweet out about that movie, probably thousands of times over the last few weeks since this controversy began. So there's no stopping it. And then trying to get it taken down and all that. But you got other very controversial things on Amazon. So if you take that down, then anybody can have a problem and an issue with a whole host of books and movies that are out there. You're going to set the ball rolling, and it's always going to be a problem. And I think, if anything, Amazon should remain neutral in this entire thing. I don't think they should be cherry picking what gets a disclaimer, what gets to be on there, what don't get to be on there, especially something that has been sitting out there for more than 4 years. Now all of a sudden you got an issue with it. Trust me, that's a bad look. It really is. And I still say, let the people decide on their own what information they want or don't want. I think folks can decide that for themselves. So, ladies and gentlemen, please tell me what you think about this video. One thing I am glad to see is people are not afraid to take a stand. You're either for this suspension or you're not. But the thing is, it's a lot weighing on both sides. It's not a real, okay, one side unanimously got the people behind them. It's not turning out like that at all, as you can see. And as this goes on, I think it's not going to be in their best interest to keep this suspension going, because as long as they do, it's going to keep it out in the press even longer. But hey, that's on them. They can do you. That's the way I see it. All right. So a shout out to these brothers for putting in that work. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.